everyone, welcome to the Sea Dragon's Lair. My name is Kira and I'm so glad that you guys are here watching my videos. If you've seen some of my videos before, welcome back. If this is the first video you're watching, welcome. I'm really excited to have you guys. I'm loving doing these videos. This is my third Flosstube, so I haven't really done many obviously, but I'm just loving putting it out there. I'm loving the comments that I'm receiving. I woke up this morning and I had 100 subscribers, which was kind of mind-blowing, which was awesome. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying making it. So this past week, I was going to be really productive, but then I ended up not being productive. It kind of seems like the more projects that I have to work on, the less I actually work on them. I had a really busy work week, so a few days like I got home from work and just didn't feel like doing anything. And one of like the big things that I was supposed to do this week was to make a Halloween costume for like a work party that I had. And I waited until like Thursday to start working on it, and then I was up until like 9:30 on Friday, which probably doesn't seem late, but I'm one of those people that I'm usually in bed by 8:30, but at the same time I'm also usually awake at like 3:30 in the morning. But yeah, so I wasn't as productive this week as I was anticipating. I did finish my costume. It turned out awesome. I will put a picture of it here if you haven't seen it on my social media. It did turn out really good. I think my Beacons glue that I used for the bottom might be old or something because it kind of started coming unglued a little bit. But I really liked the costume, so I think it might be something that I might try to remake without the time crunch. So that would be fun. And speaking of costumes, I have a nice Rudolph nose today. Just a giant zit on my nose. That's, I guess, what happens. I don't know. I have really sensitive skin, and wearing masks while having sensitive skin causes things like this. So, I don't know. I'm just getting into the spirit, the holiday spirit, right? I mean, I know some of my friends are already like, it's November 1st. It's not too early to put up our Christmas trees yet, is it? So we'll just go with that. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday weekend. I like to consider Halloween a top holiday in my books. I hope you guys are safe during it. If you did go out and about, or even if you stayed at home, I just hope you guys were safe. We had a great weekend. I had my work event Saturday morning, so I went to that, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good turnout. We probably had, I don't know, maybe like 45 people. So it was a family work event. So our employees were encouraged to bring like their family with them. We kind of did it carnival style, so we had different games that the children can play, and then we did like a costume contest and things like that. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. It was cold. It was 49 degrees at like 10 o'clock in the morning, which usually here it warms up a bit more than that. So it was really cold. But it was fun. It was fun. And then after that, I came home, took a nap, and then we set up for our neighborhood trick-or-treating. And we had quite a few trick-or-treaters. Normally, apparently, this neighborhood, so this is the first year, if you're new, I just moved here. And this neighborhood is apparently known for their trick-or-treating. Normally, I guess they barricade off the whole neighborhood, like they block off the whole neighborhood. Nobody can drive in here. And last year they clocked in over 2,500 trick-or-treaters, which is just kind of mind-blowing because I've never really been anywhere that has had trick-or-treaters, and to now be in a neighborhood that gets that volume of trick-or-treaters is just mind-blowing. So we had quite a few trick-or-treaters. Not sure exactly how many because we did have an event that we went to. So we ended up just leaving out all the candy on the table. Hopefully they just picked one and moved on, or who knows, somebody might have come and swiped all the candy. Hopefully not. Hopefully there wasn't any Halloween Grinches. But yeah, it was really cool seeing like all the costumes. There was a really, really cute one where like the baby was dressed up as like a little chicken and it was like all feathers and everything. It was adorable. I just loved seeing them in their costumes. But my fiance and I, we ended up going to a friend's event. So a couple like blocks over from us, there's a bike coalition, which is just basically it's a non-profit organization that is basically a community of cyclists. And they have like a shop there that they fix bikes and they go on bike rides together. And it's kind of a great community place in general. Neither my fiance or I are into cycling, but we know people. We like hanging out with them. So they were doing an event there last night. It was kind of a get together and amp everybody up for election. Just kind of a go out and vote type party. However, most of us that were there did vote early. It was just still awesome getting together with like-minded people and hanging out. There was a couple local DJs that played, as well as local duet and some bands and stuff. So it was a lot of fun to be able to socialize. It was also nice that everybody there was really, really good about like having their masks on and everything like that. And it was awesome. I met some really amazing new people. Some people that want to do like some collab work with me for like art installations, and also a friend of mine that writes and directs and films movies might want to collaborate with me on some like costume design and things like that. So it's awesome. I love being back here in Columbia, South Carolina. It's such just a unique niche and community, and everybody supports everybody, and the art scene here is amazing. I love it. I'm glad I'm back. So let's get into some stitching. Like I said, I did not really do as much as I wanted to. I kind of get sometimes, I'm not sure if you guys do, where you have so much that you want to do and that you need to get done, that when you get home from work, you just lay on the couch and don't do anything. So that's kind of how the first like half of my week was. My costume, I like last minute it on Thursday and Friday night. So I got a little bit of stitching done. One of the things that I would like to show off is my Halloween Gigi. So this was a pattern that I showed off last week because I found it. I totally forgot that I had this pattern that I was working on, and I started this pattern. This is by Harp Seal Cross Stitch on Etsy, and this is Halloween Gigi. It's a character from a Miyazaki film, My Neighbor, Kiki's Delivery Service. I was just talking about My Neighbor Totoro earlier, so that's where my mind went. But I really love Gigi. That's this one right over here. That's Gigi. And as much as I think this is adorable and I do want to finish it, it's on 14 count Aida, and I'm still kind of so on that. But I did decide that at least for this season, I would finish stitching until I didn't have any more 310 floss with this, like in this kit. So I used up all of my 310 that I had, got to about here. So this one's going to be going away at least until after Christmas, because I really, really need to get going on Christmas gifts. Yeah, I already feel like I'm behind because it's November, and since we're not seeing any of our family for Christmas this year, just with COVID and everything going on, and even though Jason and I are being safe wearing our masks when we go out, we are going out and being out and about, and I don't want to subject any of my family to that since we are being out. So I need to mail all of my gifts this year, and it's November. It's November 1st, actually, when I'm recording this. I probably won't post it until Monday just because I'm learning how to do the editing of the videos and the uploading and kind of the time frame of stuff. So, but yeah, today is the 1st. It's also my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. This morning we all got together on Zoom. So my sister and her husband and my fiance and me and my parents all got in a Zoom meeting, which was really nice. It's awesome that, that technology has been around with Skype and things like that for a while, but I feel that that's one of the positive things as far as with COVID goes, is just people utilizing that a bit more than they probably would have done in the past. It's just really awesome because my sister and her husband, they live out in Colorado. My parents, they're now in Florida, and then we're in South Carolina, and we're all able to get together for my mom's birthday and watch her open up her presents and everything like that. So it was a lot of fun. That's also why I'm kind of recording this video late today, which is another reason why it probably won't be posted until Monday. It's almost 5, which isn't really late, but I don't know. I'm a morning person. I'm like up super early usually, and in bed super early as well. With time change and everything, that's gonna mess it up a little bit too, I guess. So other than that, I say I didn't do a lot of stitching, but I sort of did. I worked on different projects, I guess. A lot of different projects. So something else that I worked on, that honestly I probably would have just kept working on, but I had to force myself to make my costume and work on some other stuff that I wanted to work on, is my Dark Queen of the Sea stitch along. So this is by Autumn Lane Stitchery. The 3rd pattern was just released today. I'm not sure. I'm sure you guys know about it. I'm not sure how many of you guys are actually stitching it. But the pattern that was released today was the top half. And we get to choose. They kind of released 2 patterns. One with her being covered, which looks really amazing. But then there's also one of her exposed, which is also really kind of cool. So I'm going to wait and see. I still have a 3rd fish to stitch, as well as the bottom half. So I want to finish part 1, which is the fish, and part 2, which is the bottom half, before I decide to what I'm going to do as far as the top half goes. And probably by the time I get there, other people will have stitched it, so I can then kind of see what theirs look like and pick out which way I want to go. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying this, the Dark Queen of the Sea stitch along. I recently started watching Autumn Lane Stitchery, their Flosstube, which is a lot of fun to watch as well. So I'm hoping this week to work more on this, because I love working on it. Something else that I want to continue to work on this week, just because Halloween I know is now over, but I do want to at least finish the stitching, is my Halloween stitch along by Stitchonomy. So last time you guys saw this, I'm not sure exactly which ones I have worked on since then, but I was leaving some blank spots because I was kind of so on the patterns that Alyssa had put out, and everybody on the Facebook community page has been designing some like amazing and really cool patterns. So what I did this week was I kind of went through everybody's posts and I picked ones that I really liked. and I now have assigned them to all the blocks. So I know what I'm going to be stitching now in all of my blocks. I'm just now stitching them. So I did these hands I know are new, the hand plants. That was a pattern designed by one of the community members. The toad, the little frog here, he was also designed by a community member. I stitched the pitchfork. That was one of the original patterns by Alyssa. And the little vampire guy, he was an original pattern by Alyssa as well. And right now I'm working on the hill from Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'm really, really enjoying stitching on this. And I know technically Halloween's over, but I do want to at least finish stitching it. I'm not sure if I'm going to turn it into an FFO yet. I might do that this summer or again, like after Christmas, because right now I really need to work on Christmas presents. Not to like freak you guys out, because I know you guys are probably all like needing and stressing to work on those as well. But yeah, so this was a lot of fun. Alyssa from Stitchonomy did announce her winter stitch along. I think signups are still free to sign up. And if you miss the free sign up period, you can always become a Patreon member of hers, and then you'll get not only the pattern, but you also will get early releases. And for this one, she's also releasing, like, it kind of sounds like a whole different alternative pattern essentially for the Pattern Club members. I am a Patreon of hers just because I love her stuff. So check her out. Again, like I said, I think it's still free to sign up. So even if you don't stitch it, I think it's something that you might want the pattern for. So check her out, Alyssa with Stitchonomy. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. So I want to hopefully finish stitching all those blocks at some point this week. Yeah, so I didn't get to work on any of the Peppermint Purple stitch along that I was planning on doing, so I want to work on that this week as well. I also need to work on presents. So I know this is going to be a pretty short video, because I'm already actually towards the end of my video. But before I do that, something that I missed in my last video is what I'm currently reading, watching, listening to. I really, really, really like when other people say what they're reading, watching, listening, because I'm always looking for new things to check out. Somebody had mentioned for me to check out the Sunshine Stitchers, which is a local, or used to be local to me, stitch group down in Fort Lauderdale. And they're awesome. They're awesome. I think I actually met one or two of the people when I was actually in Fort Lauderdale at the Cross Stitch Cupboard. And everybody there is super, super friendly, super awesome. So that's somebody new that was recommended to me. So if you have recommendations, let me know. I usually save all of my Flosstubes and things like that to watch during my work week. I have a really lax code at work, I guess if you call it. Essentially, like a lot of us, we have our headsets on, and my coworkers like watching shows on Netflix, and I like watching Flosstube while I'm working. It's something that I can have on the background, and I'll be working and looking down occasionally. So instead of actually cross-stitching while watching it, I'm working. But I do enjoy it. So watching my normal Flosstubers, Strawberry Fields stitches, Rachel Ray, Mislaid Pages, etc., etc. In addition to that, let's see what I am watching right now. We're binging Buffy. I've never watched Buffy before. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know it's really popular. It's been around forever. I think there's like 8 seasons. We're on season 2 right now, and I'm enjoying it. I don't think I've ever watched it before just because I don't like spooky, scary stuff, but I think it's like so dated that it's not really that scary. I haven't been having any or too many weird dreams from it, so I'm enjoying it. Something else that we are watching is My Hero Academia, which is an anime which is not dubbed. So I really, really enjoy it, but it's hard for me to read subtitles. Obviously, I can't be stitching while watching that show either because you have to constantly be reading. And for me, it's hard to focus on like the words and what's going on at the same time. But I am enjoying it. It's a really, really cool show. I do like my anime. Sorry, I do like dubbed anime just because I don't like to have to think while I'm watching TV. That's kind of like why I watch TV, is to not have to think. But that's what I've been watching. As far as listening to, I finished my book Hawk, which was a really, really good book. It was an audiobook I was listening to. A friend of mine, Bonnie, she recommended The Paper Magician. So I'm going to see if my library has that I can check out to listen to it on audiobook. That's something a lot of people don't realize is the library, the amount of digital resources that they have is amazing. I know a lot of places are in lockdown currently, or going back into lockdown, or my sister out in Colorado, I know their libraries just shut down again. But that's one nice thing about the digital resources is those don't get shut down. So you can get audiobooks, you can get regular books, but obviously digital books. So I don't have a book right now I'm reading or anything like that, but open to suggestions. Yeah, so this is already, it's kind of long. I'm towards the end, and if you're new here, at the end of my videos, I do a section called Presents. This is a section of the video, the very end of the video, that I do to show off gifts that I've made for people. Just because when I first made this, I mean, I just thought my friends and family, like my close friends and family, were the only ones that were going to be watching it. So I was doing it more to kind of document this stuff for me for the future, because I'm really bad at keeping journals of what I'm working on or what projects I've done. So I have a whole section at the end of my video dedicated to presents, so I could tell my friends and family, it was nice having you guys watch. Thank you so much for watching, but I will see you next time. And then that way, everybody else who is probably not expecting a gift from me can continue to watch and see other fun things that I've been working on. So this is my little PSA. If you are friends, family, my pen pals, now is the time. I will say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Everybody else, stick around because I have a few fun things to show off. So, if you're new, I recently joined a Facebook group, International Cross Stitch Pen Pals, some kind of play on those words. And I now have two pen pals. One is in Australia and the other one is in the UK. And I finished my gift for my Australian friend and got that off. And I just finished my gift for my UK friend. So this is what I made for her. And this is a forest spirit from the movie Princess Mononoke. And it glows in the dark, so the white is glow in the dark. And the theme for November was to stitch something from like that represents a childhood memory or a loved one. And this kind of does both. Growing up, I used to watch this movie a lot, and it's actually my sister's favorite, or one of her favorite Miyazaki films. So, and then my pen pal who's receiving this, she's also really a big fan of Studio Ghibli Miyazaki, and I think she'll really appreciate it. And then I did paint on the back. I custom painted her name and kind of did it in the style of Princess Mononoke's mask. So that turned out really good. I need to get him off soon because it's already November and it's going overseas. And with everything going on, I don't know how long it's going to take to get to her. So something else is I did finish my sister's Christmas gift. This is something that I had started, I don't think it was last year. I think it was actually the year before. And I'm kind of one of those people that like I'll start to make a gift for somebody and I'll like stick it away, or even I'll finish a gift and I'll stick it away. And then come time to give gifts, I totally forget that I made something for them and I frantically make something else for them. And that happens a lot. So this is one of those things where I basically finished it and then forgot about, and I recently came across it again and I finished it up. So she collects die and dice, and so I made her this. So the pattern was just a free numbers that I found online. They were just like bubble numbers, and then I just did a heart to correlate with it. The cube is a photo cube. I got it from Michael's, I think, maybe. And all I did was I then cut the numbers out and I just glued them down. So, yeah, I think it turned out really good. I think she'll like it, and it's really cool. I'm actually happy with how it turned out. I might need to get more of these to just stitch different things in there. So that was really fun. I think she'll really like it. It's bigger than most of her dice, but I think it's fun. She'll like it. Something else that I came across I had made for her a while ago, and I keep forgetting about it, so I pulled it out to stick with this to get it wrapped up, is a little watercolor painting I did. It says "Believe in Yourself," and it's 3D. And I painted this probably a year ago, and I put it in a drawer because I was going to give it to her, and then I forgot I had done it, and a couple years later I came across it again, and I think she'll love it. She does do beekeeping, so yeah, hopefully she'll like it. I tried to make it look like a queen bee. I know a lot of times you can designate it by a spot on its back, or a lot of people tag their queen with like a different colored dot to represent like the month they were born or something. I did a little bit of research when I first initially did it, but it's been a while. So yeah, I made that, and that's all I did, which I don't know. I guess it was a bit. I need to work on the peppermint purple stitch along. That's for my dad. That's for his birthday present. For his Christmas present, I'm painting him a guitar pedal. I'll show you guys that probably next week. My fiance and I are then going to go over to Buddy's house, who makes the innards, and we're going to go over there to use his tools to then assemble the innards of the pedal to make it work. So that should be a lot of fun. Still trying to figure out some other holiday gifts and whatnot. Coasters for a couple people, things like that. So what are you guys working on for upcoming holiday gifts, regardless if it's Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, or just because it's winter holiday gift giving or anything like that? I always love seeing what everybody's working on. So that's about all with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying it. I really enjoy recording it, and I hope you guys stick around. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love reading the comments. I'll respond to you. Yeah, thank you so much for checking it out. That's about all, and you guys have a crafty week, and I will catch you next time. Bye.